Hey, what's up, guys? So I'm with one of my success stories. This is Lucas here. And what I'm so excited to share with you about Lucas is Lucas is young. He joined my program when he was 18 years old, recently just turned 19. And in his first 30, 40 days of the program, he ended up generating multiple five figures, which I'm very excited to share with you. But perhaps the thing that interests me the most about Lucas's story is that he sold a program on something that you wouldn't think people would pay a lot of money for. People
Mhm.
will pay money for business coaching, for health coaching, for relationship coaching, but Lucas sold a program on how to play a video game better. So we're going to break
Yeah.
all that down today. And yeah, first question for you, Lucas. Appreciate you jumping on with us here today.
Yeah, absolutely.
First question I got for you is, can you share with me a little bit about what did your business look like? What did your life look like before you started working with me? Like, what were the things you're
Yeah.
struggling in business before?
Yeah, so when I was looking at joining HPI, High Performance Influencer, I was sitting with a relatively small audience on YouTube, and I was putting a lot of time into my videos. I was putting the time, growing the audience, getting the following, and I was seeing the numbers of views going up. But the revenue, the actual dollar output, I was putting in more and more hours, but I was seeing the exact same output in terms of revenue and monetization. And so I
Mhm.
was at the point where, look, I wanted to see something out of all the attention. I
Yeah.
mean, I knew money followed attention, but I didn't know how to get that money exactly. And so that's what I was looking for when I was joining.
Understood. Got it. So you had a relatively small audience, you're growing and you're gaining followers, but you realize that followers is a vanity metric if you don't know how to actually make money from it.
Right, exactly.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And second question is, right when you started and you joined our program, what were some of the initial things that I helped you out that me and my team helped you out with that was super helpful? Like, what were some of the things that we started working with
Mhm.
you on to get the ball rolling?
Yeah. Yeah. So I think the biggest thing at the start was setting expectations. We created that game plan from the start. We mapped out the timeline. And that's the biggest thing because when you go into a big project, like if I was doing this by myself, even if I had an idea of what the end goal looked like, I
Mhm.
would get so lost in the process
Mhm.
that I would probably end up just bailing, just quitting, or not seeing it through the way I ended up doing. And I
Mhm.
think the biggest thing was just setting expectations, setting goals, setting checkpoints almost. And
Mhm.
that was massive for making my progress, keep rolling at the pace it was and keeping
Yeah.
the pace going for me.
Yeah. So it seems like we gave you a really clear roadmap, step by step of every single step of the way where you should be. And you had that guideline to go by. So you're never feeling lost in
Absolutely.
that, right? Got it.
Mhm.
And one fun question for you here, man, is if we could talk specifics, what do you think has been the biggest result, the biggest success that
Uh,
you've seen inside of this program?
well, to be honest, I was blown away when I sold my first member of the program when I sold and I added my first member to the program.
Yeah.
Um, but
How
what
much
was
was
amazing to
how
Yeah,
much
so
was
I
the
I,
difference?
I sold a program on Rocket League coaching, the video game, for $600.
Mm,
$600 was the upfront rate, and I was blown away when the first person said yes on the call. But what was even more amazing to me was when the second person said yes, the third person said yes, the fourth person said yes,
yeah.
and now we're sitting at 51 members, 600 each. We've generated over $30,000 in sales in 40 days of selling this program,
Wow.
selling information that I already had, but
Mhm.
selling it to people that truly value it. And it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
That's incredible, man. Yeah, and I'm so proud of all the success that you've had. Lucas, one thing I see all the time is, people who sell things that are considered valuable to humans, right? Like health coaches or relationship coaches, or even like a business coach who teaches you how to make money. These people have a lot of limiting beliefs in regards to, oh, I don't know if I can charge a $500 or $1,000 program. Could you kind of just speak on that, given the fact that you're selling a program to generally young people and it's a $600 program on how to play a video game
Oh,
better? Speak on that.
absolutely. I mean, look, if I can sell a program for $600 to teach people how to get better at Rocket League, a video game that they're passionate about, you can sell anybody on any interest, any hobby, anything that they value, really. And so, when we were starting the program and I was apprehensive, to sell at $600, I get it, but I appreciate that you urged me to not undervalue myself. And it just goes to show that any ideas that you have, any information you have, somebody out there is going to be willing to pay for. And $600 where I was selling is just the baseline. But look,
Mhm.
if I can sell a program for $600 in the gaming industry, in the gaming niche, probably one of the cheapest, right? Just frankly, one of the cheapest niches out there.
Mhm.
Um, you're selling in health, fitness, lifestyle, people are going to value those things 2x, 3x what I was selling. And so look, you got to understand, if you have any information, any idea, any knowledge that somebody else doesn't have, they will value it. And they will pay for that knowledge. And so, I mean, that just goes to show, if you're thinking of creating an offer, even starting in gaming, you can look at 500, 600, but in other niches, price up beyond that. There's no reason you couldn't do more than what I did.
I love it. I love it, man. That's fantastic. And Lucas, fast fire, I got these two questions for you. First one is,
Sure.
why did you almost not join this program? I remember the first
Yeah.
time speaking with you, you really hesitated. Like, what was on your mind that kind of caused that hesitation?
Yeah, yeah. So when I was entering the program, yeah, I'll be honest, I was scared because I didn't know. I was willing to put in the work, and I knew you had a successful formula, but I didn't know if that would work for me.
Mm,
And what I've learned is this blueprint, this model that you employed in the performance niche, right, in the high performance niche. If I can plug it in the gaming niche, it will work anywhere.
mm,
And so I was scared because I didn't have anybody to look at and say, look, this person had did it, with all their background, with all their limiting factors, they did it.
mm.
But since I did the test work for you guys, that you should have the confidence to go out and make it happen yourself. Yeah.
I love it. That's fantastic, man. And yeah, Lucas, my final question for you is, I'm sure someone's watching this on the other side of the screen right now and they're nervous. They want to do this. They want to join the coaching program. They want to sell their information and grow, but they're on the fence. What would you say to that individual?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, look, I think at the end of the day, you got to be honest with yourself. You got to look at where you're sitting right now and say, am I crushing it right now? Am I doing 100% of what I need to do to get the results I want to see? And am I seeing it through? Right. When I was looking at the start of the program, if there is anything that is not optimized with what you're doing, or if you can be honest with yourself and say, look, where I'm at right now, I'm not making progress. I am not where I want to be. If you are not content with where you are now, you have to look at ways to make a change. And at the end of the day, I think there's a big opportunity here, and you should at least consider it, based on where you're sitting right now. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Well, again, Lucas, I want to congratulate you on all the success that you had, man. I'm so proud of you, and I'm excited to continue supporting you and seeing you grow, man. Yeah, we'll go
Yeah.
ahead and wrap it up right here.
Awesome. Thanks, Richard.